Okay, hi everyone, Ollie again. I've been asked by a few people after my first video to maybe do a little video on motivation and how we stay motivated, being diabetic, eating healthily, exercising, etc. So have a look at the video. If you like it, subscribe to the channel that I'm on, YouTube, and give us a like. It'd be great. And feedback, we need feedback. We're all in this together. It's really important. So for me, I think the first thing we need to look at is when we're diagnosed with type 2, you're bombarded with information. You get leaflets, look at this website, read this book, have this diet plan, everything. And you go away with your mind in a blur. You don't really know what it is you need to do. And we live in a world now where within 30 seconds, we can pick up our iPhone and have information on absolutely anything in the world, anything. And a lot of it is conflicting. And this is the thing with type 2 diabetes, no one's conditions is exactly the same. Some things will spike people and it won't affect others. And that's just the way it is. But what we do need to look at is healthy diet, exercise, clean living type of thing. So for me to stay motivated, I think what's important is I try and look at it as a 24-hour period, right? I mean, if you go away from the diabetic nurse or your doctor thinking you can only eat 100 grams of carbs every day for the rest of your life, you will just go in a meltdown. Or I can't eat this, or I can't eat that, or I must do this, or I must do that. It's a nightmare. But you wake up in the morning and go, right, what am I going to have for breakfast? What am I going to do? I'm not going to have that second slice of toast. I'm not going to make myself sandwiches. I'm going to make a salad for my lunch, etc. It's very much, you can keep it in the day, the 24-hour period. And, if you kept it up for a lifetime, it would exhaust you. But you'll see it, obviously, days will run into weeks, weeks into months, etc. And also be kind to yourselves. It's not, if you go and have fish and chips on a Friday night, say, you know that your bloods are going to go up. You know that you're going to feel a bit lethargic. You know you're not going to lose weight that day. But as long as you know that, that's okay. Don't expect to do this and get good results because you won't. And it's all really important that we try our best. When you look at your 3 months bloods done, that gives you an overall of how you're living your life. Your blood sugars day to day will obviously always vary. And, like this morning, my bloods were 9.4. That was pretty good for me, but I had almost zero carbs yesterday. So I was expecting a result like that. Even if I have like a handful of crackers, say, I'm expecting bloods in the morning of between 12 and 15. That's just the way my blood sugars work. But motivation is really important because it's what helps us get to where we need to be. So exercise can be broken down into small increments of time. 10-minute walk here, 10-minute walk there. Half an hour of exercise is what the British Medical Council recommend everybody takes every day, diabetic or not. So let's do that. If you look at trying to lose weight as well, the simple formula for this is 2,000 calories a day for men, 1,800 for women. You will burn about 95 calories just sitting on your bum watching telly. So if you did that and ate less, you probably still would lose some weight. I believe it's 3,500 calories equals half a pound. So if you took off 500 calories a day of what you're eating for a week, you should lose half a pound without any exercise. These are just what I've found and what I've read and etc. and what works for me. Everybody's a little bit different, but if you look on that, so if you eat less, you'll lose weight. But also for us, obviously, it's eating the right things. And sometimes you think, do you know what? I would just like to have some pie, or I would just like to have that cake, or I would just like to have that biscuit. Well, have it, but be aware of what's going to happen when you do have it. And, try and set yourself manageable goals. If you say, I'm never ever going to eat any carbs again for the rest of my life, you're failing. I'm failing. Everyone's failing because it's not possible. But if you say, well, I'm not going to have a lot of carbs today, then see how you go. And a lot of people say, let's have a treat day or once a month or something. And then when you've worked so hard in that week or that month and you see good results, you think, actually, no, I don't want to have that doner kebab, or no, I don't want to have that Chinese takeaway because I've had good results. So you find yourself motivating yourself, and before you know it, there you are. So, that's just my take on it. You know, I'm not a doctor, I have no medical skills whatsoever, and I'm just an average person with type 2 diabetes. This is something I've started to do because it motivates me. And if I can help people and people come back to me and give me info, that is brilliant. And I love those sort of things, and all comments are really welcome. And nicely enough, in like the video I've posted, I've had no negative comments. I mean, if you do think there's something I could do better or do differently, please let me know. If there's something you want to discuss or want my take on, please let me know. If you're struggling and you don't know what to do, there's loads of people that can help you. Facebook groups, etc. They're all really, really good. And, you know, it is a lot of just trying to find out what's what. And it is really, really difficult. But... you know, you can manage this, and we can make a change between us. You know, lockdown doesn't make it any easier, but it's adapting to your surroundings. And also, I appreciate how much people's mental health has suffered in this time. You know, mine has as well. It's just trying to stay positive and trying to do the right thing and doing it day by day. And if that happens, you will affect change. I would say, really, if you had like even a week positive thinking and good eating and good exercise, you would see a change in your diabetic status. It happens fairly rapidly. So, you know, let's keep trying, let's keep going, and, you know, give me any feedback you can. Thank you very much, guys.